How's it going, everyone? I am Dylan, this is Brayden, and we got a really special video today because we've been sent 2 unrevealed brand new Marvel Champions cards from the NeXt Evolution box expansion that's going to be coming out. So these are never before seen cards. We're super excited. Big thanks to Fantasy Flight Games for sending us both of these to preview for you guys. So I'm going to preview the first one. We're going to talk about it a little bit, then we'll throw it over to Brayden. He'll preview the second one, and then you guys can jump into the comments. Let us know what you guys think about these cards, if we missed any cool theories or ideas of what we could do with them. And yeah, it'll be a ton of fun. So first one we're going to talk about is a brand new ally. I'm so pumped about this. You know how much I love allies. And we got a nice basic ally. Basic allies are great because they fit into any deck archetype that you want to put it into. And this is Atlas Bear. So Atlas Bear is a 3-cost ally, 3 health, a 1 thwart, 1 attack, a consequential damage on each of those. The and a big key we'll come back to is that it also has the Posse trait in addition to the Wakanda trait. The action here is Exhaust Atlas Bear. Look at the top card of a player deck. If that card is an event, you may deal 1 damage to Atlas Bear and add that card to its owner's hand. So a couple of things. At first glance, there's things I even missed, and then when we were talking about it beforehand, we realized big thing here is that if you don't hit an event, you don't get the damage on Atlas Bear. For some reason, that's just what I defaulted to thinking. That's a big deal because it means that you're not just having a waste of the exhaust. You can almost use, I think you described it, you can almost use Atlas Bear as like a support card that's taken up an ally spot, right?
Yeah, like you almost think of it as like, yeah, like a support card where the support says -1 ally limit, and then you put 3 counters on them, which is the HP, and then every time you choose to take the damage, it's not required if you hit an event card.
It's May.
You can take a look at it, see if it's worth it or not.
Yeah, and you're getting the info too of like, and the fact that it's a player. It's not just, doesn't have to be you. So one of the key in both these cards that we'll see is that there's a big focus on them being even better in a multiplayer setting. So the fact that I can then target, if we are playing multiplayer, I can target your deck, and whether I hit an event or not, you're getting information on what's on the top of your deck. If you're getting an event card to add to your hand, that could be, we can almost weigh in, I could say, you know, who would benefit more from an additional card right now. So yeah, huge boost in multiplayer. And then you pointed out the Posse tag as well.
Yeah, which I think is really cool. Which, I mean, we've seen a few cards from Domino's deck, which we talked about earlier too. Like, I think there's a lot of potential there, especially with the Posse card, right? Yeah,
because Domino has the Posse trade, and there's, I think, 2 allies that she comes with.
Two or three,
Yeah, that also the Posse trade, and then there's the Posse, which is a card that specifically affects all allies and characters that are the Posse. I thought that was is that my dog, the lion over there? My dog, Desmond's in his kennel as we film, and I was like, I've never heard that noise out of him before.
It wasn't me, I swear. I swear.
But yeah, so now we have a brand new card that will be affected by that card, the Posse, and we might get more in the future, but it's good to see that we're already having that expanded, so it's not just limited to the cards that specifically come with Domino.
And the great thing specifically about the Posse card specifically is that, it's an event card, which plays exactly into Atlas Bear.
Yeah.
You know, you're taking a damage, and then you're healing that damage right away and readying right away too. So
absolutely.
Plus with all your other cards on top of that. So,
super good. So that is Atlas Bear. Obviously, when the card comes down, we can start playing with them more. And then as the subsequent hero packs come out, there's going to be even more possibilities for these cards. But so far, really exciting ally. And again, the fact that it's basic, I think, just opens up a lot of opportunities.
Yep, can play into a multitude of decks for sure. Okay, let's get into our second card, absolutely. So this is a player side scheme. This is build support. This is a 1-cost player side scheme, victory 0. When defeated, each player may search their deck and discard pile for support with a cost of 3 or less and put it into play. Shuffle your deck afterwards. It has a cost of 3 threat per player, so this obviously scales for multiplayer. But not terribly difficult. Again, before recording this, we were talking about how well that build support may play with Cable right off the bat, right? Where you're able to just slap this into play right away, no cost. You're not even paying that 1 extra cost for it to get into play, and then you're getting on top of that a support into play after that once you get rid of the threat.
That's the key, is like it's not that you're like, it's not that, oh, I'm getting a 1-cost card into play for free or whatever. It's the fact that there's many games I've had where, you know, getting a support card early on in your opening hand or not getting until like your last hand can change how set up your hero is or how good those first few turns go. So this, if you want, can almost guarantee you finding support cards that otherwise wouldn't have had a way to tutor for them to go find whatever you want in the deck. So now all of a sudden you have this guaranteed way to start a kit off of any card that has support, essentially, right?
Yeah, and you know, things like the 3-cost supports, Helicarrier, Quinn Carrier, as well as the X-Jet, which is just the X-Men version of Quinn Carrier.
And those are all solid cards.
Super value out of that, right? You're getting the maximum 3 costs just for free. You're slapping that down there, and that's right off the bat, too. So this can be a very versatile card. I think very good in Cable's deck, where he's focused on those side schemes. But again, can still work in others as well. Obviously, the earlier that you can get this, the better it's going to be, because you're going to hopefully roll and snowball your supports.
Oh, and of course, the other big thing is the fact that it's each player may search their deck and discard pile, right?
Yes.
So, like, if you are someone who plays 4-player Marvel Champions, this is a card that now hits 4 players across the table, and all of them go get a support card. They all power up their kit. I mean, that's a huge benefit. You obviously have to remove 12 threat to do that, but again, you have 4 players to do that. It's just great to see cards that are scaling with multiplayer and are still actually good. Like, I think that it's not like this is going to be a bad card in solo. It's just with that text on it, I think it's going to especially shine at like 2, 3, and 4 players because it's hitting more targets.
Yeah, and this card kind of enables a little bit more Voltron-y builds where you need to get more specific cards out early to win rather than having to draw into them. So this kind of opens up some options for sure. Yeah.
2 exciting cards and both basic, so you can already start like crafting all these. If you're someone who only plays a certain aspect or only likes a certain aspect, I mean, both these can be used in there, and it's cool. We got one for the kind of like skews towards Domino and powering up that hero, and one that skews towards Cable, which are the 2 characters that come in the expansion box. So those are our 2 preview cards. Again, big thanks to Fantasy Flight Games for sending us these to preview. And yeah, let us know in the comments what you think about them, and let Fantasy Flight Games know if you want to see us preview more cards. They'll keep sending us ones on future expansions. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.